Welcome everyone to the opening game of the summer season in the Supa-Liga men's. Tonight we have a enthralling matchup coming up. We've got a matchup between the Condors and the West Coast Cobras. The West Coast Cobras are coming off having just won the grand final in the winter season, and the Condors also had a promising season last winter season as well, and are hoping that they can have a good start to the season and really push towards finals later this year. So we're about to get underway. So the Condors want to get off to a good start here. They want to move the ball well against the Cobras. Cobras look like they're playing a bit of a high press, putting the real pressure on the Condors, trying to force a turnover at the moment.
Okay, let's be nice.
You see they're moving it here through the middle. Good possession at the moment, good skills. Intercepted by Pizzuto, off to Hard. Hard gets it back to Pizzuto, back to Hard, and awesome save by the goalkeeper. Very good play and a great save by Egervarth. This looks like it's a corner ball. Pizzuto to take. Pizzuto goes long, not going to quite get to Hard, just overshot it a little bit. Condors will take possession here. Good long ball, but not going to be quite reaching Espinoza. And the Cobras will take it through Ashmore to Tonchi. Cruz. Good movement by the Cobras here in defence. Pizzuto back to Cruz. On the flank, across to Pizzuto. Pizzuto moving to Tonchi, a new recruit for the Cobras it seems this season. Pizzuto moving the ball in defence. That's going to be a Condors ball. Turned it over. Cobras are playing a very high press here, really trying to force the issue, force the turnover. Dexter Hard playing quite physical, trying to win the ball back. And the Condors escape here, but still under pressure. And they lose the ball. So the Cobras had a clear strategy coming into this game. They want to really put a lot of pressure on the Condors, forcing a turnover and not allowing any possession in that defensive half. Here come the Cobras through to Tonchi. Tonchi very fast, and they'll try and use that, I'm sure, the Cobras tonight. Pizzuto's had a lot of the ball already. Gives it off to Tonchi. Down the line to Hard. Possesses it well, and they'll start again. Pizzuto, Hard. The outside the boot, out to Pizzuto. Pizzuto, a little bit too much on it and cleared by the keeper, Egervarth. He's had a good save and a good clearance there, so he's had a good start to this game. Pizzuto will take off to Hard. Hard slams it straight, and another good save by the keeper at the near post. Pizzuto will take again in a very similar spot. Hard, another similar shot, same result this time. It'll be a corner. So the Cobras have been attacking for most of this first few minutes of the game. And they're off to a good start. Hard smashes it, saved by Egervarth.
So I'll send you an updated team sheet.
Cobras moving the ball in defence. Pizzuto under pressure, gets rid of it to Hard. Hard straight back to Pizzuto and off to Tonchi. Tonchi sizing up, gives it off to Hard, and Hard will reset back to Pizzuto. The Cobras possessing the ball a lot in this first 5 minutes of this game. Pizzuto off to Tonchi. Good pass to Pizzuto. Almost opens it up, but well covered by the Condors. Moving it well here. They're suffering a big press here by the Cobras. The Cobras are applying a lot of pressure at the moment. And the Condors are managing to steer it off and now possess it themselves. Here's the Condors trying to attack. Cobras seem to be pretty well drilled in defense at the moment and putting a lot of pressure on. Here is Campusano. Campusano goes long. And it could be a turnover here. He gets the ball there, Campusano. Hernandez loses it hard. Pizzuto gives it off to Flynn Nolan. Long across court to Hard. Cobras are moving the ball well, but Condors are standing up to the pressure at the moment. Pizzuto almost loses it, but manages to keep it in. Cobras moving it well. Hard with another shot and into the top corner. He's been threatening 3 times now and finally gets one past the keeper with a top corner goal. Unbelievable finish by Dexter Hard. And the Cobras are off to a flying start here. Taking the 1-0 lead over the Condors. The Condors will want to respond, and they'll want to respond soon if possible. Here's the captain, Christian Gomez. Campusano goes long. Shot by the Condors, not quite. Good block there. The Condors, if they can get a goal back pretty quickly, they'll really test the Cobras. So that's what they'll be aiming for here. And good attempt getting into attack by Christian Gomez, but didn't quite have enough on it. Ashmore and goals off to Pizzuto. Pizzuto running across the face of goals. And the Cobras moving the ball again through Kire. Nolan, Pizzuto. Across goals to Nolan, but a little bit too out of his reach. And it's a turnover here. Condors back in possession. They haven't had a bad start. Obviously conceded that goal. But there's been a lot to like from them so far. And they are standing up to the pressure. Gomez off to Campusano. Looking like he might go back to Gomez. He won't. He'll go up to the striker up forward, who gets rid of it back to Campusano. Ashmore, Campusano, and the shot on goal by Fabian Espinoza. Just too far to the left and won't trouble Ashmore. It's been a very intense start to this game. It's been good futsal, good intensity, and also good skills and defense as well. Nolan moving the ball in defense, intercepted by Hernandez. And this will be a Hernandez ball for the Condors with a chance here. Can definitely threaten here. Gomez will receive, no he won't. They go inside, he will receive now. The captain will go long, and that looks like it's going to be a Cobras ball. Goal kick, Jaden Ashmore. It's a good start for both teams here, with the Cobras being the one to break through. But it's been a very even game. Both teams trying to possess it as much as possible. And the Cobras with that real high press. On comes Marco Florenka. He gives it off to Nolan. Defended well there. Defended very well by Gomez.
Hold your 5, please, lads. One more.
And here is Julian Eddington, who gives it off to Kire. Long ball to Nolan. And that will be a goal kick by the looks of it. No, it won't be. It'll be a corner. Ball last coming off the Condors, and Nolan now will threaten. Off to Florenka. Nice touch, good feint. Cobras moving the ball well here. Eddington turns the ball over, and in a very dangerous position here now if they can get going, but the Cobras seem to get back on defense very well. And the Condors moving it. Florenka physical and good. Eddington gives it off to Kire. Back to Nolan, back to Kire. Gives it off, and good touch there. Dangerous though by Florenka, but he ends up getting the ball back and doing very well with it out of defence. He now loses it, and could have been a worse result there, but Gomez just lost the touch at the end, and the ball trickled out of bounds into touch. Cobras. A very, very nice move there by Kire, but he must have just gone out of bounds on that far flank. The Condors will possess the ball now. Let's see what they can do here. Some nice movement here. Tatonchi comes and puts pressure on. And they're going to get the turnover, the Cobras. Nolan, Florenka back to Nolan. Tatonchi wanted it in the middle, but ends up going to Florenka instead. Nice little feint, nice little move, gives it off to Tatonchi. Tatonchi, good ball to the back post. Can't quite get through. Turned over. And here come the Condors. Another turnover. This is Kire. Off to Tatonchi. Tatonchi's been good early, been very good, very solid with the ball. Hasn't made any mistakes. And as I say that, just missed that touch. But very good start to this game from both teams. Good intense futsal. Here's the captain again, Christian Gomez. He's been good, been solid, captaining the ship down in defence quite often. Here's a chance, almost a foul. He did. He got the foot a bit there, Kire. Almost got the ball. Nothing much in it, but definitely the foul was there. Here will be a free kick to the Condors. What can they pull from this set piece? Gomez gives it off. Good block by Florenka, and that right there by Christian Gomez was powerful, straight across the face of goals, but a very, very good sign for the Condors to be getting shots off like that against this defence. Tatonchi, hard, back to Tatonchi, trying to move the ball back to hard, and they'll get out here. Florenka gives it to Cruz, but the keeper comes running out, Egerbarth, and just gets there, but loses it now to hard. Hard, running down the middle, and loses it. Very good clearance by Pablo Vargas. The possession will go back to the Cobras through, looks like Dexter Hard will be taking. Hard goes long to Claudio Cruz, to Tonchi, who will take a side ball. Goes long, is it going to be too long? No, it's a good ball, very good ball to Dexter Hard, who gives it back into defence to Florenka, out to Cruz. Tonchi will lose it, and it's going to be off to Tonchi, is it? It is. It's going to be a Condors ball. Here come the Condors. To Tonchi with the intercept. Cruz running through the middle, stolen back by Gomez. Gomez gives it off to Vera, and Felipe Vera with a shot, not troubling the goalkeeper, but definitely a good sign to be getting shots off like that from the Cobras. They've been moving the ball well, both teams have, no crucial mistakes from either end. The only difference in this game was that outstanding finish by Dexter Hard, where he put it into that top left corner. That ball went long, and it's going to be a Condors ball. Condors will go long. It's going to go straight over both the players, and it's going to end up in Ashmore's hands. He gives it off to Pizzuto. Pizzuto to Cruz. What can they get going here? Goes to Nolan. Back to Pizzuto. What can he set up here? He's going to find Hard. Very good ball. Hard. Can he keep it in? He can keep it in. And almost got through. Very nice little back heel to keep that in. Almost went out. He managed to keep it in and threaten with the ball across to Cruz, which didn't quite get there. It was well defended by the Condors in the end. Hard. Pizzuto back to Hard. Doesn't quite get to him. Doesn't quite get to him. Very well defended there by Pablo Vargas. Cobras with the ball again through Pizzuto. Gives it off to Hard. Bit of contact. The ref's not going to call it. Hard. Cruz loses it. Felipe Vera. He's looking dominant at the moment. He's looking potent. Almost got that shot away before, and it's a big steal there. Big intercept. Here's a chance for the Cobras, the Condors, and the Cobras will clear. There's keeper Egervarth, has been good today. The only time he got beaten was with that finish that not many keepers would have got to. Have a bit of movement from the Condors now in defence, but that one's going to be turned over to Nolan. Nolan to Pizzuto. Hard. Back to Pizzuto. Pizzuto, he has Cruz and he finds him. Very good ball. Cruz into Nolan, into the middle. Nolan, Pizzuto. Hard. So what's he going to do? He's got a few options here. He chooses Cruz, who goes to Nolan, who will find Cruz again. They're biding their time here right now, trying to find a hole in this defence. Pizzuto, back to Nolan. Defence is looking very sturdy at the moment. They can't quite find a hole. Nolan left it, and there's a bit of a miscommunication between Nolan and Pizzuto. No one got to it in the end. Condors moving the ball here. Vera, good skills there, good footwork. Gives it back into defence. And looks like this could be a chance here in the middle. A shot, and almost got through. The shot was by Pablo Vargas. But in the end, it was well defended by the Cobras. Pizzuto gives it off. It looks like it's still going to be a Cobras ball. That was Julian Eddington who had the ball taken off of him, but the Cobras will keep possession. Cruz off to Pizzuto, moving the ball well again. Cruz looked long to Nolan, couldn't find him. Eddington, good footwork, great ball, but just behind Nolan. It was a chance and a good opportunity by the Cobras, but in the end to no avail. Stolen by Cruz, this ball there. Condors moving the ball. Very, very good footwork. Pablo Vargas moved the ball all the way up. They've ended up losing it. There's a bit of frustration there, but it was a good possession, and if they can pull out a bit more of those moves, those plays, they might be able to get through the Cobras. Here's Eddington, and that was a chance. It was a clear foul. It was a chance, and it was one of those professional fouls that probably needed to be done. But yeah, had his jersey pulled at the end, had his shirt pulled, and now they'll try and put together a bit of a set piece, the Cobras. Hard and Pizzuto talking, trying to put together a play. Hard's going to take. Will he go hard, or will he pass it off? He tried to find the back post by the looks of it. Couldn't quite find Eddington, a little bit to his right. Now what can the Condors muster up now? And Vera at the top tried to give it off. Tried to get off to Silva, but couldn't find him. Egebar goes long to Vera and couldn't quite find him. He seems to be the most dangerous at the moment for the Condors. Good throw by Ashmore to find Florenka. A bit of a push there, but it doesn't bother him, and he puts it across the face of goals. Could have almost found that back post, but just didn't quite. Silva, pressured by Florenka. We'll go along to Vera again, off the chest, a bit too hard. Tatonchi does well. Eddington, Florenka, and a shot on goal, saved beautifully. Egerbach have been great in goals so far, and it was a good chance there by the Cobras. It was Kure, couldn't quite finish it off, but definitely a good chance. Florenka gets in the way of the Condors' offensive attack there, loses the ball. And the Condors will possess it again in defence. The intensity's just gone up a notch at the moment. It's a really good game of futsal here. The Condors moving the ball. Chance intercepted. Back to the Condors, back to the Cobras. And his Kere loses the ball. Good defence. Good fundamental defence there by Alejandro Hernandez. Tatonchi. He'll use the ball in defence well to Florenka. He gives it off to Kire. Kire back to Florenka. Good pressure by the Condors here. Eddington moving the ball in defence. Almost lost by Tatonchi and almost intercepted. It's going to be a foul. It'll be a foul against the Condors in defence, and Florenka was the man to go down. Very tight start to this game. 10 minutes in, 1 goal, which was a great finish. Cleared by the Condors there. It was a great finish. It's been a bit of an electric start. Very intense. Good futsal to watch all around. Tatonchi goes short to Florenka and back to himself, who gives it back to Florenka. Here come the Cobras moving it through defence. Almost lost it there. Hard, trying to hold his spot and tried to turn around the defender there. He tried to turn around Claudio Campesano, but just went over the crossbar. Here come the Condors. Moving the ball through defence. Long ball, saved by Ashmore. Didn't really trouble him on that occasion. So let's see if the Condors can put a bit of defensive pressure here. They're doing well. But Nolan will give it off to Florenka, who goes long, hard, turns it around, and it's saved again by Egevar. They are starting to face a lot of pressure now, the Condors. Cobras had a few shots in a row, and Egevar is holding strong. And the defence of the Condors is also holding up at the moment. Nolan off to Florenka, who will lose it. Very well defended there by Christian Gomez. And it'll be a Condors ball on the sideline. Pushed there by Flynn Nolan, and it looks like it'll be a turnover. Looks like must have let the ball roll a bit too much, and it's going to end up being a ball to Dexter Hard. That foul won't happen. Hard, Nolan tried to feint, gives it off. He tried to get a shot off there, Nolan, but Kire, he has it. Florenka, off to Nolan, and a good shot, and another save by Egevar. And the ball will hit the netting at the top, and it's going to be a Cobras ball. Egevar, been one of the best players out there so far. He's made a number of very good quality saves. Could have very easily gone past him and made it 2-0 to the Cobras, and that's what the Condors desperately do not want. Hard brings it into Nolan. Florenka. Back to Nolan. Hard. Over to Nolan, who goes back to Hard. What can they set up here? A lot of possession. This is a good play. It'll really test the defence. It'll give them time to see if they can find a hole in the Condors' defence. And they've found one now, but Nolan can't quite get it through there to Kire. And this looks like it'll be still a Cobras ball. Through Kire. Nolan. To Hard. Back to Kire. Moving the ball around well, but the Condors starting to bring the pressure now. Nolan, can he keep it? He can't. Well played. Well defended. Condors moving the ball forward. That was Claudio Campesano with a great defence, and he's won his team a possession in their forward half. And Campesano himself will take the ball now. You've got Hernandez waiting very close, so he might be able to give a short one off for a shot, and he will, and almost backheeled. Almost got past Ashmore, but just off by a little bit. Nolan, Pizzuto. Turned over by Kire down the middle. This is a very dangerous spot for the Condors. Chance. Couldn't quite get it through. Didn't have the best contact, and it looks like they're going to call a foul. It's on the Cobras. Nolan speaking to the ref. Cobras setting up their defensive position, setting up the wall. It's going to be a free kick in a very dangerous position. Gomez surrounding the ball. Claudio Campesano is there as well. Discussing now what they will make of this set piece opportunity. Here's a chance. Campusano will take and save by Ashmore. Straight into the chest. But it will still be Gomez's ball here for the Condors. Campusano ends up having a shot there. To the back post. Discussion over whose ball it's going to be. It's going to be a corner. It'll be a corner, so it's going to still be a Condors opportunity. And this is what they wanted. They wanted to keep on threatening. That's what they're doing. Gomez. Good movement by the Condors. They're resetting. Cobras have done well here to thwart that off. Kire gets the turnover. Well intercepted. He gave it off to Pizzuto, and now Hard will possess the ball in defence. Nolan's screaming for it, and he'll get it. Off to Pizzuto. A little short one to Hard, and back to himself. He'll move the ball down the left flank. And he'll give it off to Kire, who almost loses his footing, but does well to recover. Pizzuto now being pressured, but gives it off to Hard in the middle, who his touch was a bit too strong and loses it. A bit of contact there, but they're not going to call the foul there on Pizzuto. And if it's not a foul, it will be his ball. The last touch was off the Condors. And we'll have a timeout now.
Subs, can you stay outside the quarter?
Futsal WA has social futsal competitions 5 nights a week at Mount Lawley and West Perth. Whether you're an individual or have a group of mates who want to play, there's a junior, men's, women's or mixed competition that will suit you. Contact us to get involved in futsal, an action-packed sport and the fastest growing sport in Australia.
And we're back. 1-0 lead at the moment to the Cobras. It's been a good game. Both teams have had some opportunities. Cobras have probably possessed the ball a bit more than the Condors so far, but good defence by the Condors, and then counter-attack has given them a few chances. Long corner, won't work out. Intercepted by the Condors, and here's Gomez. Gomez gives it off to Hernandez, who will go back. Condors moving the ball back to Hernandez here. Looking for Gomez in the middle, it finds him. He leaves it in the end. Here's a chance that Campusano is it. It was, but in the end, well defended by the Cobras there. There was definitely an opportunity and a nice play coming out of the timeout by the Condors. Here's a chance. Gets through. Pizzuto finishes it in the back corner of the post. It's a great goal. It was a great play. The long ball by, it was Ashmore, managed to get through, and it's a great finish by Pizzuto. It's a big goal because the Condors were pressing. They did have a few opportunities there, and the second goal of the game is very important because there's a big difference between 2-0 and 1-1. The Condors don't want to drop their heads now. They want to continue pushing. They definitely had a few opportunities earlier on, and they're not out of this game. There's still a lot of time to go. Ashmore will clear this one. It's going to go long, and caught by Egeva comfortably in goals. Gomez, defended by Pizzuto. Condors once again moving the ball across defence whilst the Cobras are pressing them, putting a lot of pressure on them. This ball will go long, sail over the heads of everyone, and it's going to end up in the hands of Ashmore with a goal kick. Nolan and the Cobras start their build again. Cruz. Pizzuto. Nolan looks long to Cruz, and he found him, but not quite in bounds, just missed on that pass. Here comes Gomez. Good moving through the middle. Turns on Nolan. In comes Eddington. It's a good ball there by Hernandez. They're moving the ball well. Chance. Cobras have recovered well there and cleared by Cruz. Still will be a Condors ball here. Setting up, seeing if they can find a hole in this Cobras defense, which has been pretty good all day, I must say. Hernandez finds his man on the flank. Intercepted. It's going to sail past, but Eddington defended that very well. Condors ball from the sideline. Great ball. There was a bit of a hole in that Cobras defense, and Alejandro Hernandez had a chance there, but just out of his reach. Then we reset here now through Cruz and Pizzuto. Just under 4 minutes to go in this first half. 2-0 lead for the Cobras. It's been a great start to this summer season. Pizzuto, great ball through to Nolan. Tried to find Pizzuto on the back heel, but couldn't quite get to him. And that ball there by Gomez was the right idea, but couldn't quite find his attacking teammate. Cobras moving the ball here through Nolan. Pizzuto screaming for it, and he might get it now. He won't. Good save, a double save, cleared, and it's still going to be a Cobras ball, but massive opportunity thwarted there by Egervarth and goals. Pizzuto will hammer that ball, saved by Egervarth, and Eddington was looming as well, so it was a big save. It'll be another corner, but he's been good in goals today so far. Here is Cruz moving the ball to Pizzuto. Back to Cruz, just a bit out of his reach. There was an opportunity there, and Pizzuto apologises, but it was definitely a good opportunity, and the Condors probably lucky to escape with that one. Florenka, back to Pizzuto, tried to find Florenka, but intercepted by the Condors. That was Hernandez with the interception, but the ball sails out of bounds into touch. Couldn't quite find his man, and it's going to be a Cobras ball again. Cobras possessing the ball as they've done for a lot of today. Pizzuto to Florenka, goes long and finds Eddington. Will he give it off? He tried to. Bit of contact, they won't call it, and it's going to be out into touch, no foul, and it will be Condors ball. It looks like it will be a foul. Looks like they were going to call advantage on that foul, but it wasn't obviously to the advantage in the end of Julian Eddington, and it's going to be a Cobras ball here. What can they muster up? Marco Florenka gives it off to Pizzuto. He's going to have a shot again from a similar spot, this time on the left foot, and that one sailed over the top of the crossbar. Good opportunity, but couldn't quite make the right contact he wanted. Here come the Condors in defence. Gomez will possess it. Good pressure by Eddington here. Cobras are putting a lot of pressure on it. It's really making it hard for the Condors to escape out of their defensive half. That one there they got rid of, and they're going to get the ball now. Good clearance by Dexter Hard, but Condors will have possession. Number 10 for Condors. we're back here after the timeout here at Perth Mod. 2-0 lead at the moment for the Cobras.
Supa-Liga. I'll send it to you.
So it's going to be a Condors ball after that clearance just prior to the timeout by Dexter Hard. Condor ball, it looks like it's Gomez who will start with it. He'll give it off and get it back. They're moving the ball here through the middle. Intercepted by Pizzuto, more of a block. And it's going to be a Condors ball again. Almost touched there. I think it was Pizzuto, but they're going to win the ball back anyway. Florenka possesses it off the hard, and Pizzuto will receive it on the close flank. Back to Florenka. Florenka, good footwork through the middle. And the Condors are moving the ball. Intercepted though, stolen. And a chance there for Dexter Hard. Eddington dove out of his reach, but to no avail for Hard. Just wide. Here come the Condors. That's Supa-Liga, goes down. They didn't call the foul there on Florenka. Florenka has it. Tried to give it off, but it's turned over. Gomez moving the ball one-on-one with Hard, and Hard wins it. But it will be Christian Gomez's ball. Long ball by the Condors. Pressing there, but it's going to be saved quite comfortably. But here come the Cobras again. Chance there for Hard. Couldn't quite get it off the ball of Pizzuto. Eddington, good block, good defense by the Condors. Eddington wins it back though very, very well. A bit of physicality there. Dexter Hart ends up losing it. The Condors moving the ball forwards. And it could be a chance here, but Florenka does well in defense and he tries to come around the outside, and they're going to end up calling the foul on Hernandez. Foul on Hernandez. Florenka won it back well, almost got around, and they're going to end up calling a Condors foul. We'll see Florenka will possess it now with Tatonchi waiting. Tatonchi back to Florenka. Florenka, Pizzuto, Tatonchi had a bit of an opening there, chose not to go for it. Florenka, no foul there. The ref says that he went down a bit easy. Hard. Defended one-on-one, and he gets around. It looks like they're going to call a foul. Are they? It looks like they have. A foul on the Condors. No, it's not. It's a foul against the Cobras. It might have been out of bounds. It might have been into touch. It looks like this is going to be a goal throw for Jaden Ashmore and the Cobras. Gives it off to Pizzuto and back to Tatonchi, running down the close flank. Across the middle, finds Florenka. Florenka ends up finding Tatonchi, and a great finish. He did very well there, Florenka. He sized it up, took his time, saw what options were presenting, and ended up finding Tatonchi in a spot where he just had to finish it off, and he did a good job of that. So that's 3-0 now for the Cobras. It's the start they wanted to this new season, coming off winning the grand final of the winter season. But the Condors coming back quickly. Pizzuto intercepts it. It's going to come straight back into attack for the Condors. And a chance there for Fabian Espinoza. Big chance and very, very acrobatic type attempt there. Couldn't quite finish it off though. Here come the Cobras back again. We have Tatonchi giving it off too hard. Pressured by two defenders. Ends up doing unbelievably to get out of that. He found Tatonchi, who couldn't quite find him again. Condors, very good throw there from the goal throw. And it looks like they're going to run out of time, and that will do us for the half.
Futsal WA has social futsal competitions 5 nights a week, Mount Lawley and West Perth. Whether you're an individual or have a group of mates who want to play, there's a junior, men's, women's or mixed competition that will suit you. Contact us to get involved in futsal, an action-packed sport and the fastest growing sport in Australia.
Fine dinos. Oh, great save there from Oates.
Arden Yilmaz with a great split save.
Neves with a great ball to Rindell. Houston, and what a save! Oh my days, Danny Buey.
It went well. Ledger, an opportunity, cutting one way. It's the shot up, little chip, and then on the follow-up. What a save by Kirkby. Brilliant double save.
Welcome back here to Perth Modern Subiaco. Cobras playing the Condors, and the Cobras had the first half they wanted. Currently up 3-0 against the Condors, who definitely had chances throughout the first half, but weren't able to finish, and the Cobras made them pay 3 times. And I'll start with the possession to begin this second half. Cobras moving the ball in defence. Through to Tonchi, to Pizzuto, back now to Kire. Tried to find hard and did, but just wide, and it's going to be a turnover and a Condors ball. And it will be possessed by Pablo Vargas. Vargas moving the ball through Gomez, and he'll get it back here. Coming along the close leg, defended by Hard. Condors moving the ball here nicely. Gomez, pressured by Tatonchi. They're moving it through Espinoza, who gives it back into defence. Gomez, can he find someone in there? He can't. It's going to be turned over. Hard, loses the ball, and it's picked up by Espinoza, who moves it in very nicely. Good footwork And it's a shot just saved by Ashmore. It was a chance there. It was Pablo Vargas. They're going to keeping it well here, the Cobras. It's hard. Through Pizzuto. Goes back to Tonchi and they'll reset. He's got Kiro running on the far corner. Doesn't go for him, finds hard, close by. It takes a bit of time, working out what to do. Gives it behind to Tonchi and he'll get it back here hard. Pizzuto calling for it and he gets it. Defended here by Vargas. Gives it to Tonchi straight back to hard. Playing a lot of this possession game. They have been doing a lot of it throughout the first half and it looks like they're continuing in the second half. Pizzuto tries to get past Vargas there. But Vargas hammers it into the sideline. Hard to Tonchi. Tries a feint. And it looks like it's going to be off to Tonchi. Very well defended there by Fabian Espinosa. And the Condors will take possession. Middle of the court. Here is Vargas. Chip over the top and it's going to be saved very comfortably by the Cobras goalkeeper and Jaden Ashmore. To Tonchi. Kiro. Pizzuto. Tried to find Dexter Hard long and couldn't find him. It's been turned over. Condors now. We'll try and see if they can find a hole in this defense, but at the moment it's very hard because the Cobras' pressure is very good. Pizzuto's putting the pressure on here, and it looks like Vargas can't quite get around him. And the high press by Pizzuto is going to end up winning a corner for the Cobras. Hard. Pizzuto moves, Kiro moves. Nolan will end up with it, and it's a good save there, Begavar. But it's still in play now, the ball. And it's going to end up being turned over. Gomez in a dangerous position. Gives it off. They might reset here. I think they will. And Pablo Vargas. Defended by Kire. Very well. Kire! And saved by Egavar. Probably wanted a bit more power on the shot, but still definitely threatened that bottom corner.
Give him options.
Kire too hard. Tries to find the little short ball inside. Turned over, but Pizzuto will win it back. Nolan hammers that ball, but wide. He's got a bit of a history for scoring those types of goals, Flynn Nolan, but that time sailed far left. And that long ball, it's going to sail out, and it's going to be a Condors ball. Looks like they've called a foul on goalkeeper Jaden Ashmore. We've got a player coming up a bit groggy from that collision. So now a free kick in a very dangerous position for the Condors. They want to score something here, if they can. At least threaten.
What was that? I think he gave a free kick against you for charging.
This is an opportunity that the Condors are going to want to try and convert. A goal here would change the game very quickly and give them a lot of momentum.
Sorry if I booked you.
Good.
Just tell me off if I did. So sorry.
Has it good? Wall set by the Cobras deep. And hammered straight into the shoulder of Pizzuto by Gomez. That very easily is a millimeters game there that could have gone in. And there's a chance. Doesn't quite get all of it. Gomez finds his man, defended by Pizzuto. And that was Espinosa who ended up losing it. It's going to be a Cobras ball, resetting in from defence. And they won't want to do anything too risky, too drastic. They'd want to possess the ball a lot. With a lead like this, you'd want to have a bit of possession. But that's a good ball by Florenka, and he almost found Nolan there. He read it very well. The communication was on, but just that little bit off. And it's going to be now taken back by Christian Gomez for the Condors. And as they've been doing all game, the Cobras are high pressing. Here's Espinosa, defended well Defended very well there by Pizzuto, and it looks like it's going to be a corner. Must have just sailed out across that goal line. Chance, saved by Ashmore. That was Campusano, who couldn't quite finish it off. The Condors player is down. Eddington, though, has it, who loses it to Gomez, very well defended. And we've got Espinosa here with the ball across the middle, who'll reset, but they've got a lot of pressure here on the Cobras, and they're going to keep going, but Ashmore quite comfortably takes that ball over the top of the Cobras attack, of the Condors attacker. Goal just moved a little bit there, and they're just adjusting it before we get underway again. And it's going to be taken by Ashmore. Rolls it to Florenka, and Pizzuto takes it. Nolan. Pizzuto gives it to Florenka. He started this play, and he'll get it back again. Off to Eddington. Florenka loses it, but it's last touch off Gomez there. Nolan. Pizzuto. Past Nolan to Florenka, and that one sails. And he apologises for the ball that just sailed that bit. Not giving the attacker a chance there. I think it was Nolan. Here's Gomez, defended well behind Pizzuto. They want to try and see if they can just find that hole. They've found a few of them, but good defence by the Cobras and good goalkeeping by Jaden Ashmore has prevented them just those few times that they have got through. Pizzuto defends well here. Defends well. And that's Felipe Vera, who ends up doing well with it, but ends up losing the ball when he got to attack. Nolan goes back long. They reset through Florenka, who will hit up Pizzuto. Condors man goes down. It was Felipe Vera that goes down. Eddington. Florenka back to Eddington. And the ref rules good body work. Good body work there by Hernandez is what the ref decision is. And it won't be a foul. It's going to be a goal throw for the Condors, but it's intercepted by Pizzuto, who gives it off to Florenka. Florenka defended very tightly, resets through Nolan, and he finds Pizzuto on the far flank. And he might find Florenka here. He does. Florenka, he's got Pizzuto running at the back post, and he went for it, but Pizzuto had stopped running, and it didn't get to him anyway. Looks like it's a Cobra's ball here, just from the corner. Florenka. Nolan. Florenka gives it off to Eddington. Turned over, stolen by Campusano. And he does well there to keep the possession. They'll call the foul. It's either on Nolan or Eddington. It might be Eddington. Bit of discussion between two of the Condors players and the referee. But they'll have possession now. Gomez. Campusano, good defense there by Eddington. And it's going to end up being his ball. So he's done well there. He's won the tackle and he's ended up winning the ball. Nolan. Off to Cruz. Gets it back. Now he finds Cruz again. Brilliant movement. Great play. Cobras calling for a handball on Gomez. And the referee comes in to discuss. It'll either be a handball or it will be a Cobra's corner. It'll be one of those two. And it's going to be a corner to the Cobras. Decided that it wasn't a handball or it wasn't intentional. And the Cobras will still have possession, but obviously they were all asking for that handball there. Hard, slams it into the defender there. They're going to get the ball back here. No, they won't. They'll lose it. And here's Felipe Vera. Great footwork off to Gomez. Gomez! And the ball sails along the ground to his right. And Ashmore wasn't troubled. 14 minutes to go here. 3-goal lead for the Condors. The Cobras. A 3-goal lead that the Condors are going to have to try and eat into soon. They'd want to get one soon if they want to really threaten the Cobras later on in this game. But right now, the Cobras seem to be doing things pretty comfortably, whilst the Condors are having moments where they do press and create opportunities for themselves. Here's hard, defended tightly along the sideline, along that far flank, ends up winning it, giving it to Cruz, who holds it up. He's patient, hard, goes to ground after having given it from Cruz, but he's going to lose it. And the Condors now move the ball through defence. Here's Vera. He was going to try and look there for Campisano, didn't. He fainted. Gives it off to Hernandez. Back to Gomez. Campisano tried to find Vera on that back post, couldn't find him. It's going to be cleared by the Cobra defender, and it will be a Condors ball to resume proceedings. Gomez. Hernandez had that chance there, but just didn't really trouble the keeper. It's a good opportunity, a lot of power in it, but accuracy wasn't quite there. Here's to Tonchi. Tonchi moving the ball down the far sideline. Might look inboard to Cruz. He will. Cruz. Kure has Eddington, but Cruz ends up taking it to Tonchi. Could go for a little short one here for Eddington. He won't, he might take it himself. He'll end up finding Cruz, but just out of his reach. Got to it, but he couldn't quite get the touch that he wanted. And it's going to be a Condors ball. Condors now moving the ball through defence. Have Rodrigo Silva, gives it off. That's Hernandez. He gives it off again. Vera now in a one-on-one. It's a good contest, that one. Bit of a tussle. It's going to end up being a Condors ball. Last coming off the Cobras defender there, Kure. Rodrigo Silva gets rid of it. Tried to get it back. Vera's touch a bit strong, but ends up winning it back brilliantly. And he might get a shot here. He will. That was an opportunity, and it's just sailed. Sailed out of the reach of Ashmore and the crossbar. But definitely an opportunity, and Vera did very well there. He lost the ball originally, won it back, and put himself in the position to be able to really get a good opportunity off. Here come the Cobras. Almost turned the ball over there. Great ball by Pizzuto, but it might have been a bit too far left. It was the right idea, but just didn't quite find Kure. And that's going to end up being at the feet of the Cobras now. Pizzuto defends Vera there. Pizzuto wins that contest. And it's going to end up being a Cobras ball. High press now from the Condors. Kure does well to get past Vera. He ends up doing brilliantly to get it to Cruz, but now it's turned over. Vera. There might be a foul on Cruz, they'll call it. Foul on Claudio Cruz. Felipe Vera's number is called, and it looks like he will be coming off. And it'll be a Condors ball. Campusano comes on. Here's a chance. Chance for the Condors, moving the ball well defended by Pizzuto. That was Christian Zuluaga that came on, not Campusano, sorry. It was Zuluaga attacking there as well. It's going to be a Cobras ball here. They go long, can't find Kure, and Condors will regain possession. The goal throw, long throw, almost for Zuluagi, but can't quite reach it, and Pizzuto will now retake the ball. 11 minutes to go, 3-0 lead for the Cobras. Condors want to get going real quickly. Don't want a chance in this one. They'll lose the ball there. That was Alejandro Hernandez who lost the ball. And it's going to be a Cobras ball now. Cruz, Kure, back to Cruz. Defended well by Hernandez. Condors moving the ball now well. Tried to find the back post pass. Couldn't quite find him. He tried to find Rodrigo Silva, but couldn't. Pizzuto. Kure, he gets it to him. The touch is a bit strong. And it's turned over by Zuluagi. In the feet of Zuluagi. Keeper clears long, and it's going to be back into the Cobras possession through Ashmore. You can see the Condors are playing very high up, and what that can do is it can open up opportunities if you can get through, but it puts a lot of pressure up in the defense of the Cobras. Here's a chance. Zuluagi gives it off. Looks like it's Silva. Hernandez gave it back to Silva, but that one won't threaten the Cobras defense, and it's going to end up being a sideline ball for the Cobras. Zuluaga has threatened since he's come on. Few chances where he's had the ball in dangerous positions. Kire goes long, turned over, couldn't quite find hard. Zuluaga moving the ball. Here's a chance. Well defended by Kire, and Vargas can't get through, but it will be a corner. Vargas gives it off, and it's going to be a turnover. Cruz tried to pounce on that, and he did, but it's going to end up being a Condors ball because it's the last off him, and the Cobras will set up their defense again. Here comes Pablo Vargas, tries to get past Kire, can't quite, and Pizzuto will end up with the ball. Hard Pizzuto. Could have taken off, chooses not to. He had Cruz running, gives it back to Hard. Kire and Pizzuto are in defence at the moment. In the back half, Pizzuto will find Hard. Pizzuto will keep running, and the ball goes past him, and it was a good ball. Almost found Claudio Cruz, but it was just off. The idea was definitely there, though. 9 minutes and 43 seconds left now for the Condors to try and make a bit of a push here. Has been an intense game, a lot of good quality futsal going on. Silva ball moves through the Condors defence, and they slowly start to push up a little bit. Looks like the Cobras seem to be playing a little bit deeper in defence now. Dexter Hard there with a good block. It's going to end up being Rodrigo Silva's ball. Silva intercepted by Pizzuto, and Cruz will end up with it. Pizzuto will get it now. He could give this off, or he could have a shot. He gave it off to Cruz, and he got his foot to it, but couldn't quite put it in the direction that he wanted to. Good play there, though. Great movement by the Cobras. Great ball. Just that little bit off. Come the Condors through Vargas. Moving the ball nicely through defence here. Zuluaga. Nolan defending there on Rodrigo Silva, but it's going to end up back with Vargas, who slows it down, loses it though on the ball through. Hard intercepts it, gives it off to Nolan, and he might get to that. He does. Nolan defended well by Vargas, and they're going to end up stealing this one. Rodrigo Silva, looks like that last touch must have been off Dexter Hard, and Silva will bring the ball back into play. Vargas, Silva. Might go back to Vargas here, or he might push it through. Zuluaga couldn't quite get the ball out to Vargas like he wanted to, and that was a huge opportunity. Looks like it was Zuluaga that had that shot right in the middle, but couldn't quite get that connection that he wanted. Zuluaga, he has been threatening since he's come on. That long throw got to Eddington, but he couldn't quite control it. Side ball for the Condors, and they'll bring it back into play through Pablo Vargas. Vargas out to the captain, Christian Gomez. Gomez moves the ball nicely. In comes Eddington, and he will, looks like he'll actually win that ball. A great tackle, and he's going to end up winning the ball for his team. Nolan, Florenka, pushes up a little. Nice little move, another move. Great footwork, but it's stolen by Gomez. And that long ball just out of the reach of Vargas. And Pizzuto will bring it back into play. The ball to Florenka was not there. The ball to Nolan is now lost, and that ball sails along the floor, and it's going to be a goal throw for Ashmore. Nolan. Marco takes off quick, but he loses it. And Vargas is going to take it. He's going to have a chance here, and it's a goal! Bottom left corner for Pablo Vargas. Could not have placed it any better. And that might just make things interesting. Just when it looked like the Cobras might have locked this game away, 7 minutes, under 8 minutes to go, 2 goals, and there is plenty of time left. Great finish by Pablo Vargas. Did very well with the Condors there to get the ball off Florenka, who was making a very nice run through the middle. Kire, Tatonchi, tries to go down the line, and I think he's done well. He has. He'll come back inboard. And what a pass. And Eddington, off the outside of his boot, tried to tap that in, but was just off. Huge chance there for the Cobras goes begging. That was a massive moment, and it could have been an instant response, which would have very much been a dagger to the Condors. Condors attack now, that's stolen by Florenka. Eddington, moving the ball very well. Hernandez comes in, steals it from him. Eddington still pressing. But Hernandez does well, they'll reset. But Eddington gets the ball back and finishes it. What a goal. That was persistence by Julian Eddington. Had about three or four plays there. To be able to... Milamarchi with a phenomenal finish. I think about 3 or 4 times there he had to go back after that ball and ended up winning the ball. Milamarchi pressing Gomez now. But it's going to be stolen by Florenka. Tatonchi does well in defence, gives it off to Florenka. That was an instant response and it was much needed for the Cobras. It's a big goal because that 3-goal gap is big. And it's going to take a lot of work for the Condors. They've just got to focus 1 goal at a time, try and get the next one, and then you never know in futsal. Anything can happen. Gomez goes long, intercepted. Condors get the ball back. The ball ends up going long, and it's going to be off the Cobras, so the Condors will possess this ball, and it's a chance. They need something here. Something here could really open this game up. Bring it back within 2, and that was an opportunity. That goes being Espinoza off the outside of his boot. It's going to be a goal throw for Jade Nashmore. Hard. Tatonchi. Good defensive setup here for the Condors. Tatonchi gives it back to Hard. Kire, Tatonchi. And that was a chance, but an awesome save. Egevarth with an amazing left-hand save, which very much was going in. Corner for the Cobras. Hard. Here comes Milamarchi. And on the outside of the boot. That's Julian Milamarchi, that is. There's a chance there. Couldn't quite finish it off. But it was good, very well struck. And that's going to be a turnover by the Condors. Tried to find Hernandez. Couldn't quite get it to him there. That was Gomez. Well defended there by Gomez. Kire couldn't get through. Hard defending Gomez. Hard wins it. Hard's got a chance. 1 defender in his way, and it gets through the defender, but Egevarth with a big save. That save is going to lead to a corner for the Cobras. Milamarchi.
Drop off.
Hard's shot goes sailing. And Egevarth will take it in the goal throw. Condors. Good pressure here by the Cobras. But the Condors get it long. That might be last off Flynn Nolan. It is. And that will be Espinoza's ball. Gomez. To Campiasano. And that's a good shot. That would have gone in. That would have gone just under the top crossbar, but a good save there by the keeper. Hard. Stolen by Gomez. He's done well, Gomez. He could bring it back in board. He does. Chance. Well defended by Kire. They want the handball, the Condors. They're not going to get it. And they'll get a corner. A massive chance there. A good shot, which may have gone in if not coming off the Cobras defender. it's going to come straight back to the Condors. Here's Gomez, gets rid of it, and that's going to come off of Kire, and it's going to be a Condors ball. Gomez might get this again, he will. Kazuda defending. Try to move it in there. Zulawagi, I think, got that last touch. And it will be a Cobras ball. Espinosa with that last touch. Kazuda defended well by Gomez. Gomez pushes him off. Espinosa, massive opportunity. He was right with the exact spot that he would have wanted to be, but couldn't quite connect with the ball the way he wanted. Long ball. Goal throw coming up now for the Condors and Egevar. Long throw, looks like it's a good one, but the touch was a bit too strong by Espinosa. And it's going to end up in the hands of Ashmore. Kire, Pizzuto. 5 minutes to go now, 3-goal lead for the Cobras. Nolan, hard. Finds Nolan. Tried to get it through hard, but Gomez defended well, and he might get it back here, he will. Gomez gets around Nolan. Can't get it through, passed hard to Nolan. The defenders are back there for the Condors. Gomez ends up with it. And that's going to be a good block there by the Cobras. It's going to end up in the possession of the Condors again, but here's a chance. Condors through Hernandez. Off to Campusano. They're going to end up losing it through Espinosa. Pizzuto sets it up. Gomez got a foot on that. Nolan to Cruz. Cruz tried to find Kire but can't. And they're going to call a foul just as an opportunity did arise for the Condors. Foul to be Cobra's ball after the timeout.
Come on in.
We're back with 4 minutes to go. The Cobras currently lead by 3 goals. And they have an opportunity here. Nolan will be taking. It's a big shot, couldn't quite finish it off. And the Condors will get that opportunity that they need. They've got to try and find a way through here to get that next goal. Long throw will end up going and not touching anyone, and it will be a goal throw to Ashmore. Ashmore along the ground to Nolan. Cruz. Gomez intercepted it. It's going to end up at the feet of Pizzuto, who will go down the line, but well done by Vera to get his foot in there. Cobras moving the ball well here. It's Nolan. Kire. Kire will go to Cruz, back to Kire, back to Cruz. Turned over, Vera. Moving the ball long down the line. Chance, and across the back post, no one was there. Was a chance, there was a man at the back post, that was Pablo Vargas, who couldn't quite get there. But it's what they want to keep pushing, no matter how much time is left, they want to keep on making the Cobras work, making the Cobras defend hard, and seeing if they can find a way through. That's going to be turned over there by Kire. Couldn't find Pizzuto, and it will be a Vargas ball. Go back, a bit of a slow ball that one, but gets to his man. Vera off Nolan, and he'll get the ball back. It's been a good game. Cobras have probably controlled the majority of it, but there's definitely been a lot of chances for the Condors, which they would be pleased with. It's more so the conversion and finishing off. They've had a lot of opportunities, just like this one. Gomez gets it through, and it'll go across everyone. Straight pass. Cruz the last man who will end up with the ball. But as I was saying, they've had a lot of opportunities, and that is a pleasing aspect of this performance from them. But they do want to convert. Gomez now. This is a chance, but they got back well there, the Cobras defenders. Cruz did well defending that. Vargas will end up with possession. And they've got 3 minutes. 3 goals, 3 minutes. It's been done before. We've seen the likes of this before. But they want to score a goal soon. That'll get through. That's a chance, and that's a goal. Great finish. I think he got through the legs of the Cobras defender. Bit of fortune, but a good ball. And Christian Zuluaga will finish that one, bringing the score to 4-2 and keeping them in this game and keeping the Cobras alert. And they definitely can't take the foot off the gas here. 2-goal deficit can be erased very quickly. And that's what the Condors will be thinking. They'll be needing to pressure a lot here, not allow the Cobras to play their possession game. Pizzuto with a good ball through there to Cruz. Defended the ball by Gomez. He almost won the ball back. They're going to call a foul on Cruz. Looks like he might have got a hold of his shirt. Gomez has a chance here for the Condors to possess it. Move it forward quickly though. Pizzuto can't win that. Vargas gets a shot off. It looks like they may have called a handball. They have. So the shot wouldn't have counted regardless. It'll be Pizzuto's ball. The Cobras want to try and just get as much time off the clock as they can without going too defensive. They still want to play the same way that they played to get to this lead in the first place. That's a turnover by Cruz. Here's a chance. Zuluaga. Vera can't get there. Cruz. 2-on-1, and he's going to end up winning it. They called a foul on the Condors, a yellow card. It's going to be a second yellow. Cobras will get a shot now. And a red card leaves the Condors with 2 men on field. It looks like that was Pablo Vargas who got that second yellow for a bit of a push. The Condors aren't content with the decision, and now they're going to have the next 2 minutes of play, which is almost the rest of the game. They're going to have to play with a man down, and the Cobras have possession. So it looks like that first foul might have been a push, and the second one might have been a yellow. Not 100% sure, but what we do know is that Vargas has been sent off, and it looked like it was the correct decision. It's going to be a Cobras ball, and for the remainder of the game, unless they score a goal, they will have an extra man on court. And they can now possess the ball. It makes it very challenging now because the Condors can't really press and put that pressure on that they wanted to stop the time that the Cobras will try inevitably to take off the clock. So they'll just do this all day unless the Condors do put pressure on, and it's very hard for them to do that with only 3 players. So the Cobras will do this for as long as they can, but it's going to be, they caught it off Pizzuto. So they've done well. The Condors have won the ball back. Vera. They've still got 3 men, so it is going to be very hard to break through this defense. Gomez goes long down the line. That will be out, and the Cobras once again will have the ball. So they don't really have a choice here, the Condors, but to press a little bit, even though it's going to put them at massive risk with a man down. They need to not let time go off the clock. And the Cobras will be happily doing this for the rest of the game if they can. But this is the pressure that they want. And that pressure by Felipe Vera did the job and won his team the ball back. So we have a timeout now.
And Dino's here, Serrano. It's missing! And it's in the back of the net from Serrano! Go, Serrano! Brilliant! The set piece.
Ammo, but Longobardo can break now. Still Hames. Hames hits! And a brilliant goal by Juan Hames. Beats one, beats two and beats the keeper.
Sent across well, but Famato with an opportunity to shoot. And scores! With the final kick of the game.
Side ball. And wow!
And we're back. A minute and a half to go for the Condors to try and get a quick one. They've still got 3 players out there until the Cobras score a goal, if that does happen. But they've got possession now, and with the 4 players that the Cobras have, they can afford to press a little bit, and they're going to win the ball back. They're not going to allow, they're going to try not to allow the Condors to really get any real chance to get that ball up into a dangerous position. High press from the Condors. It's Felipe Vera who's going to have to keep running around to 2 players and basically defend 2 players here. He'll keep running. Gomez is going to run. Vera's going to run. There's going to have to be a lot of pressure to win this ball back. Pizzuto out to Hard. They'll possess the ball as long as they can, and it's very hard, as I've said, for the Condors to press with a man down. Milamachi out to Florenka. Hard. And they can kind of take their time here. The press is also very tiring, so Vera was putting a lot of pressure on, but it can be draining. Milamachi, they might get a shot off here, but there isn't really a need unless a very obvious opportunity awakens. That probably wasn't needed. Chance here for the Condors, 25 seconds to go. They've got to shoot now. Vera was out there, couldn't find him. Supa-Liga loses it. And that might almost do us, unless the Condors can somehow miraculously get 2 turnovers. The Cobras will just take possession now for the next 15 seconds of this game. And it looks like they're going to have a win in their first game of the season. They're still fighting Supa-Liga. They're still fighting here, the Condors. You've got to admire that, but it will be a Cobras win.
Jonathan, 2 minutes ago.
Pizzuto's ball. He'll go all the way back to Hard. And the clock will run down. Ashmore will go long, and that should do us. 1.7 seconds to go. It's been very well played by the Cobras. They definitely had their chances, the Condors. They want to focus on, I guess, the execution side of things, because they've definitely had a lot of opportunities. But the Cobras, it's a bit of a class above in the end. Thanks for watching. Cobras end up taking this one 4-2. They got the 3-0 head start. The Condors were very competitive throughout the whole game, but the Cobras would be very happy with a good start to the season, and I'm sure the Condors can take a lot out of this game as well.